some solutions here. First one. N equals 1, first term, n equals 2, n equals 3. Okay, so it's alternating. So I just automatically write down -1 to the power of n, and then I check to see if that's right or not. So when I plug n equals 1 into here, do I get the first term over here? Yep, yes I do. And when I plug n equals 2 in here, I get -1 squared, which is indeed the second term here. So I am happy with this guy here. Guess and check. B. What is the pattern here? Well, I got a square root. It appears to be every time. The square root of 1 is just 1, so if you want to throw a square root on that first one, why not? So I start with the square root. That's one thing. And then what's happening inside? What are these? These are, well, you gotta recognize the pattern. These are cubes. So it looks like n cubed. So there's my guess. Now I'll check. So I'll say we'll say n equals 3 would give me, would give me a 3 is equal to root of 27, and that is indeed what I get right here. So here's my guess, and down here I did a little bit of check, and I can check some more to convince myself if necessary. Finally, part C. This one's got two things going on. It's got the numerator, which is alternating, and it's got the denominator, which is, what's happening? It's going up by 3 each time, right? 9 plus 3 is 12, plus 3 is 15, plus 3 is 18. So two things. So let's do one thing at a time. The numerator. So I'm going to start, as I did before, just with -1 at the end. Now, if I plug in n equals 1, I should get this numerator here, but I don't, right? I get -1. Well, I get just -1. So again, if I plug in n equals 1 here, I should get this numerator, but I don't. What to do? Well, I can quickly fix this by just changing that changing that n up here to an n plus 1. And that will fix it. And you can check that if we plug in, say, n equals 3 here, I'm going to get -1 to the power of 4, which will give me the plus 1 that I want right here. Okay, so guess, check, and then I adjusted. So guess, check, and then adjust. Okay, on the bottom, I have, as I said before, some numbers that are going up by 3 each time. So the pattern there is 3n. So I start with that, 3n on the bottom. And then so here's my guess, and I'll check. I'll plug in n equals 1, and I'll see that I'm not even close to this 9 here. So what do I get? If I plug in 3 times 1, I get 3. That is not even close to 9. How can I fix it? Well, I can go plus 6. That'll fix it, right? Maybe a further check will be appropriate. So if I try A4 here, I get -1 to the 5, and I get 15, 12 plus 6. So I'm taking my proposed expression here, plugging in n equals 4, And I'm hoping that I do get this rectangle here. And thankfully, I do. So as you can see, there is a guessing and there is a checking. And you can see I did a lot of modifying too. I had to throw that +1 on there to fix the top, and I had to throw the +6 on there to fix the bottom.